involving more than 3,500 personnel, principally Australian and Filipino personnel, but also including US and Canadian forces. There are about 1,600 Australian personnel who will be participating in this. HMAS Brisbane, one of our air warfare destroyers, will be present in this exercise. There will be infantry components as well as Air Force components. We will have F-18s, Growlers, P-8 aircraft. It's a significant contribution from our Air Force, which means that this is an exercise which is occurring across all three services, air, land and sea, as well as components of special forces, components in cyber and components in space. The point of all of that is that it is an increasingly complex exercise, more complex than the first iteration of exercise Alon 2 years ago. And that's really what we are seeking to achieve in exercise Alon this year. And the complexity of the exercise reflects the depth of our relationship, and it reflects the growing trust between us. Today we have, as you've just seen, also signed a statement of intent to pursue a defence cooperation agreement that we will seek to sign this time next year. This will be a really important step forward in terms of our defence relationship. It builds on the 1995 Memorandum of Understanding between our two countries. It will encapsulate the totality of our engagement in defence, but it will include, for example, a commitment to see us having annual Defence Ministers meetings. It will look at how we can do more in terms of coordinating our exercise and operation tempo between our two countries. It will look to how we can do more in terms of pursuing infrastructure development here in the Philippines for the benefit of the armed forces of the Philippines. And to that extent, to that end, we have also, as part of our outcomes, agreed to pursue a defence infrastructure plan. Right now, Australia is pursuing 8 different infrastructure projects across 5 different locations here in the Philippines. And we've agreed now to establish a plan between our two countries which will guide the way in which our infrastructure investment is pursued over the coming years to see greater infrastructure here in the Philippines for the benefit of the armed forces of the Philippines. I really want to thank again Gilberto for your warmth and the way in which you have hosted our delegation over the course of today, and we really look forward to what we're about to witness over the weekend with exercise Alon. Your friendship has been really important for me, and as we work together in what is an increasingly complex and volatile world, the relationship between Australia and the Philippines, the way in which it is being transformed in a strategic sense, the depth of the growing defence relationship is something that is really exciting to be a part of, and I'm so glad to be able to pursue that body of work with you.
Thank you very much to our distinguished guest, Deputy Prime Minister Richard Marles, also the Minister of Defence of Australia, and members of his delegation. And we are honored once again to have Deputy Prime Minister here for the 3rd time. This time to witness the biggest exercise Alon so far. And in our talks together, we have signed a joint statement of intent, which places in concrete form the way we want our defense partnership to grow and to progress. There will be a lot of work following this statement of intent. Of course, we want to see a defense cooperation based on this statement of intent signed next year, and it is appropriate